Hey, what's up? What's up? Hey, good morning, good morning. Thank you, mate. Appreciate that. Oh, respect, Philip. Nice, man. Let's get after it, eh? That's 4. I'm gonna try and run through these early sets. 10 sets to 10. That's how many warm-up sets. All is good, Luigi. Nice to see you, dude. Love you too, Blaster Master. My favorite is front squats, dude. By far. Oh, man. Loving the alien. Thank you for the support, man. Actually, I can see the t-shirt. I can see the t-shirt in your DP, man. Thank you for that, man. Not only have you done this, but you also got my t-shirt I can see. Man, that's a pleasure to see. It's almost unbelievable for me to see people wearing my merch, man. It's almost unbelievable to me, man. So thank you for that, dude. Wow. Thank you, dude. How's the quality, man? Are you happy with them? Awesome. Excellent. Respect, man. Love that. Six. Yeah, man, I'm trying to finish the workout before then. But what I like to do is I like to watch it a little later. So like maybe half hour, 45 minutes after the start. Because these NBA games, man, they take like 3 hours, man. I don't have that long. The damn game is 48 minutes. Why is it taking 3 hours? So I start watching like 30, 45, sometimes even an hour later. And then I just skip through all the timeouts and all the other freaking playoff timeouts and all this other shit. I just want to watch the damn game. I want to see what's going on. I don't want to sit there for like 50 hours. Most of the time I'll do that. But today I've got work, man, so I probably won't even finish the game today. I'll probably have to, you know, see the scores when I can. So. Thank you, Hamza, man. Have a good sleep, dude. MS and PD, how you going? Yeah, I'm trying to kind of vary, not trying to, but like, these live streams kind of vary in time because just depends when I do it, like before an early, after an early shift. Well, never before an early now anymore, but it depends on the shift week. Hey, Jesus Bravo. How you going, man? So it just depends. Oh, man. Go Celtics. It's a good team, man. All right. One more warm up. how long to go from 115 bench to 140 doing straight strong lift now, but only 3x5, 5x5. It's very hard to say, man. Very hard to say, dude. It depends. Depends on your body weight. Depends on many factors, man. Depends on your weaknesses. Depends on what your life is looking like, your age, all that stuff. It's very hard to say, dude. You know, some people hit a roadblock because of injury, because of shoulder pain, because of elbow pain, wrist pain. It's easy to talk in like perfect scenarios and whatever, but I don't know. I feel like bench is like one of the biggest things when it comes to body weight. You know, it's probably the most sensitive to body weight. But yeah, like, you know, I got to 140 like a couple of years ago, and I haven't moved. Now to think about it, when I hit 140, man, I was like 90. Oof. I want to say like 94 kilos back then, 3 years ago, maybe 95, something like that, I'd say. Now I'm close to 100 kilos and my bench hasn't increased. I haven't trained it all that much, I haven't focused on it much. I'm focusing on it now, but I'm hoping I can work it out. Like, you know, this is the thing, like I never really cared about bench press. But I think now I'm kind of a little bit more excited to do it. Especially with the elbow pain that developed a few months ago. So now I kind of have a motivation to kind of not only address the elbow pain, but actually through the process of strengthening my elbows, you know, all the other musculature around is going to get stronger, the triceps, biceps, all that. So that's kind of how I think about it. I'm weird like that, man. I need like motivation, you know, other than just gains. Like I need don't know. I need something added. Hey Phil, I'm good, man. How are you? So hopefully now I can, you know, in the next 6 months get to 150, 160. But you know, I say these things, but like, who knows? Who knows what's gonna happen? Even if I'm training in 6 months' time, it's a positive for me. It's good. But you know, the way you kind of navigate different things, you learn things, you know. So I'm working with dumbbells now. That's kind of a new thing for me. So let's see if that translates to anything good. It's making my elbow feel good. It's making my shoulders feel good to kind of do the dumbbell press like that. Never done that before. Trying that out now and see how it goes. It's kind of similar to push-ups if you think about it. And push-ups were good for a while. Oh, Lord. Oh man, what the hell stinks here, man? I think the neighbors are putting out fertilizer. Fuck. Oh man. Now I got a freaking training stench. That's the thing about training at home, man. Like, you're exposed to the elements, you're exposed to lots of different things. The other day, they were knocking down a house down the street. Freaking dust cloud everywhere, man. Like, I don't know what the hell they're doing, man. They left the whole rubble on top of the land. Like, they didn't take it away. Like, every time I've seen houses being demolished, as soon as they demolish a section, put it in the truck, drive away. These guys demolished the whole thing and just left it freaking just piled up in the pyramid, like in a big rubble. And dust cloud went everywhere, and I was like, fuck, like I'm training in God knows what, man. It could be asbestos, could be all sorts of shit. So I quickly kind of, ended the session. I just finished squatting, and I thought, I was going to do some bench press or whatever. I quit. I just ran inside the house, closed the windows, and that's it. It's not good to be training in freaking dust like that. Shit has been dormant for like 7 years now. It's flying through the air. Anyway, it's kind of like when you go to the gym and they crank a freaking vacuum cleaner in front of your face, man. Like, I hate also that. It's like, people don't understand, vacuum cleaners essentially pumping the shit into the air. That smell that you see, it's that lifting the air from the carpet into the sky, basically. Fuck. It's like peak hour and she's fucking vacuuming right next to you. It's like, can't you do that shit some other time, man? Anyway, such is life, eh? Alright, let me try and get this 160. Let me feel it. Maybe a little more, eh? Maybe a little bit more, huh? Let's go 170. You like the positioning there, but on and off, man, Brendan, on and off. I don't know, I just feel like foam rolling and all that feels good in the moment. And that's kind of the latest thing that I've concluded. Something might be hurting, like when my adductors were kind of playing up a little bit, though I was kind of feeling them through squats. So then for the following week or so, every time I lay down on the couch or bed, I'm there like using whatever I can to kind of get big in there and roll it a little bit. Shit feels good for like when you're doing it. And then, you know, the next day it's like you've done nothing, you know. Kind of like stretching, static stretching. I don't know. I'm hot and cold about these things, man. I think the best way to get length and to just generally feel better is to get stronger in the long range of motion. So like if you want to get your hamstrings longer, do RDLs with the focus of reaching down. And then once you reach down, focus to you know, develop strength out of that range of motion. It's called PNF. PNF, man. It's like, look up PNF stretching. Proprioceptive neuromuscular facilitation. I think that's the name of PNF stretching. It's the best. It's basically loaded stretching. And it doesn't have to be fancy. You can literally do it with an RDL. So that's kind of the thing that I found most relevant to actually doing shit. Statically stretching, it just, I don't know, man, like, I feel like you access range of motion that you're not ready to access. And I don't know, like over the years I've stretched really, really hard for periods and then felt back pain and weird shit going on, man, so, yeah, I don't know. This year, in recent times, I started to like stretch the adductors fairly often. My squats started feeling crap, I started feeling butt winking, I started feeling, it was a nightmare. So get rid of all of that and just try to kind of get stronger in the end ranges. I think that's the most effective. Now I'm thinking to myself, like now I'm talking to you, now I'm thinking to myself with the shoulder, probably I lack some sort of range of motion, and you know, what are you going to do there? Like stand in the door and stretch? It's stupid. You know, maybe do some flies, something like that, or do what I'm doing with the dumbbells, like really kind of deep ranges of motion. You know, flexion, extension, or is this flexion and this is extension, yeah. So something like that, you know. But yeah, foam rolling and stretching, all that, I don't know. Traditional stuff doesn't make sense to me. It feels great, like a massage feels freaking great. Massage probably different, because that relaxes your whole body. I'm undecided, but that's kind of how I feel. fucking chest, man. That was 170. Felt my chest go again. Anyway, I'm gonna go back down to working weight now. And hey, Caleb, how are you, man? That's 170. So, 110. JB, good to hear, dude. Good to hear. Oh, Caleb, thank you, dude. It's always a pleasure to hear feedback like that, man. It's always a pleasure, man. I'm glad you feel that way, and I'm glad you find some value in watching me talk about whatever, man. Appreciate it, man. All right, let's get number 2. Jesse, thank you for those words, man. Thank you. JB, it's okay, man. Somebody commented yesterday, something along the lines of like, your subscribers have stopped 121K. They haven't moved for a while. And I thought to myself, yeah, that's true. The channel has slowed down a little bit. Not a little bit, fair bit. And I thought to myself, I've got 121,000 subscribers. That's plenty, man. And so, like, you know, we're at 33 people watching me right now. That's plenty. You know, we can get all kind of addicted to progress and, you know, seeing the numbers tick up, both in weightlifting and YouTube and your bank account and all this sort of stuff, there's like a tendency to kind of get hooked on progress. And I can see how people get to that point. It's like, oh, I feel so sad, you know, I haven't had many subscribers come on. I haven't had any subscribers, you know. And somebody from the side might be looking at you thinking, you're an idiot. You have 121,000 subscribers and you're sad. I think that's a human condition, that's a human experience, where no matter what we have, we always kind of want more. And that very thought, that very thought process, that shit, man, like that, you will never see happiness that way, man. Let me tell you, man, you will never see happiness. And so we have to do our absolute best to make sure we avoid that type of thinking. Oh, I've only saved $5,000 last year. Oh, poor me. Okay, somebody out there's earned $1,000 for the whole year. You're better than them. So that's kind of how I think about it, and I think it kind of marries up with the way I train and the way I talk about training and the fact that I'm still rocking up. You know, a lot of guys are like, oh, this shit, man, I'm not getting any gains out of this, I'll piss this off, I'll do something else. You know, it doesn't really matter what the activity is, what the endeavor is, doesn't matter what it is, like you're always going to hit a plateau. It does not matter what it is, you can't, there's nothing linear in biology, man. Nothing linear in the world. Like there's always going to be a struggle, there's always going to be a story, you know. This is the hero and this is the struggle, and the struggle's long, and most people thought the hero was going to die, and then something happens because he persevered and he's now the hero again. And so this is kind of like every story in the history of man has ever been written like that. Like it's, you know, the stories that are like, here's a man, he's the hero, he wins, and he's the best. Like, how boring is that shit? Like, even if you watch the Michael Jordan story, the first 10 years he was losing. LeBron James, he's lost 1,000,000 times in the finals. Messi, how many times has Messi lost in the Champions League? Ronaldo, like, there's disappointments everywhere. There's the plight, there's the struggle. That's what the whole thing is about, dude. But a lot of people are like, nah, this is shit, man. Fuck this, I'm leaving this shit. You know, that's the disease. That's what the devil wants you to do. More, give me more, I need more. Like, you know, that is not the way to live, man. Like, that is soul sapping shit, man. You need to ground yourself and smell the flowers along the way and know where you are. I don't deserve 121,000 subscribers. And somebody making a comment saying, well, people don't give a fuck about you anymore because your subscribers have stopped. It's like, no, man. This community is humongous. The people who have supported me is humongous. What am I supposed to cry because I don't have new ones? How ludicrous is this? Oh, but this is the thing about social media. You see some guy with 1 million subscribers. He's better than you. You know what I mean? So, comparison, what do they say? Comparison is the thief of joy. Or something like that. Like, so, you know, you need to check yourself, man. You really need to check yourself and be like, I'm good. You know, 170 kilo front squat. I'm good. You know, and that's the way to live. It's not peeking over the fence and seeing what the neighbor's car is like. You know, I've got a 20-year-old Evo. How shit is that? That guy over there has got a, what do you call it? A32. Well, what's the Merc called? The little rocket thing that they have, the turbo all-wheel drive. He's got that thing. That probably costs about 100k. Yeah, my car costs 9k. You know, so he's better than me, dude. Like that is not the way to live, man. Thank you, man. Thank you from Canada. Thank you, dude. I'm feeling good today. I've been feeling good for the last couple of weeks, actually. I don't have the best conditions to feel strong, but considering everything, I'm feeling great. I'm probably now 13 hours into my fast. You know, I'm empty, you know. Woke up maybe an hour ago, hour and a half. Went to bed like 11 last night after my late shift, so, you know, feeling alright. I'm feeling good. 170 on a day like this is fantastic, man. Fantastic. 170 kilo front squat on a day like this, things are good. And it's not just that as well, like it's also the fact that how it felt, you know, that didn't feel too bad. Oh, trust me, man, trust me. You have plenty of glucose in your system, man, trust me. Don't think you need to eat, man. Your liver is stacked. Probably many people have a fatty liver, right? So there's shit there waiting for it to be used, but you never tap into it because every couple of hours you eat food. I mean, this is something that, you know, people don't know, but your liver stores a lot of the glycogen, a lot of the fuel that is ready to be chucked into the system. So, you know, I can't recommend enough intermittent fasting. I can't recommend, like, you know, everyone talks about gains, right? You know, like visible gains of squats, deads, bench presses or whatever. What about health gains? You know, fasting, intermittent fasting is the best way to add gains to your health. And these are probably the most important gains. Probably the most important. You know, you're gonna feel better, you're gonna sleep better, you know, you're gonna have clearer skin. You know, a lot of people are like, man, my skin is awful. Because your body is dealing with shit. There's toxins everywhere. Every few hours you're pouring in toxins in your mouth. And every day, every hour you're digesting something. Always working. The furnace is always turning more cold. You know, boys, let's fucking, you know, gotta keep going. These boys, the engine room never has a rest. And because of that, you know, your system can never repair. It's always running. Can you repair a car when it's on? You can't. You got to turn that shit off. Some of these systems need to turn off. Your insulin needs to drop. Insulin cannot drop if it's always, you know, digesting. You know, like a lot of people don't understand, man. Digestion takes something like, I'm gonna get this wrong, but like the majority of your energy throughout the day goes to digestion. You need to understand, like your bowel is fucking long, man. It's something like the length of the tennis court or something like that. It's humongous. So, or the circumference, I think, of the tennis court. I can't remember. It's very long. It's like stupidly long. And so these things, you know, they're all, you know, peristalsis. It's always doing this. Your bowels are always pushing shit along. You know, always squeezing. Digestion is burning. Blah blah blah. So it's always going. The other big organ that uses a lot of energy is your brain. So, you know, when you sleep, you know, your brain kind of activity drops down a little bit, theoretically speaking. And so if you eat a big meal before sleep, that's not great because your brain's relaxed, but your guts are going crazy. So if you can make it to a 14-hour fast every single day, it's fantastic. Just don't have breakfast. Don't have breakfast. Oh, Ivan, but everyone's so... Don't have breakfast. Break your fast later. No sugar, no, just water. Drink water, go to sleep, have your last meal at 8 or whatever the hell it is, 7, 8, wherever, that doesn't matter. Just get your 14 hours. If you can make it to 16 hours, now we're talking, because at 16 hours, all sorts of good things happen. You know, your glucagon, look this up if you have a pen. Glucagon gets secreted into the system, released. Glucagon is essentially opposite to insulin, in the sense that insulin takes stuff from the bloodstream into the cells, glucose, all that stuff. If you stop eating for a period of time, insulin drops. There's nothing to move into the damn cells, right? So insulin drops. When insulin drops and the body senses the insulin is gone out of the system for the most part, then glucagon gets released. Glucagon is a hormone which essentially is the hormone that goes into your fat stores and gets shit from the fat cells namely ketones. And ketones now start to be used for energy production. Your brain does not have to run on glucose. That's a myth. Your brain can run on ketones or keto metabolism, right? Anyway, the point is, and there's also like other hormones as well down the track, growth factor hormones that get released when insulin is not present. All sorts of good stuff happens. So fast, you're not gonna die. A lot of you guys that are feeling hungry are actually feeling psychological hunger. There's a difference between psychological hunger and physiological hunger. I don't think a lot of you guys have even felt physiological hunger, as in like your body is now requiring food. Psychological hunger is like I'm used to the behavior of putting something in my mouth every few hours. Yeah, every few hours there's something going in my mouth. Let me get a set. So, get your fast on. Get your fast on. You're gonna look better, you're gonna feel better. Any tips keeping the torso up? Head up, look up. That's what I've recently employed. Just simply looking up and just making sure I keep my eyes at a certain point. Oh, Miz, my man, you're a machine. Thank you for the support again, dude. Man, you were like number one, man. You don't look too good in the eyes, man. Look really drained and tired. Everyone tells me that every time. It's just my family, man. We've got like dark complexion around the eyes, I guess. Oh, Lord's gonna love it. And what's wrong with being tired? What's wrong with being tired? Is being a fresh man better? Would you rather see a tired man or a fresh man? The man that's really fresh is basically an idle man. What are you doing? You're not working hard enough. The tired man seems like he's doing something. He's chasing something, some dream. If you look really, really fresh, you're not working hard enough. How about that? Let's close that at 4. Thanks, man. Yeah, that's number 4. I'll go to 10. I've just increased the weight to 110 now. I've done a week or so of 100. I'll go to 110 now and back off sets. I'll probably stay there for a little while. I don't want it to be too heavy. I want it to be around like 60%. Something there, 60% for triples. Focus on perfection. I don't drink any tea, man. I don't drink any tea. I don't drink any coffee. I generally stay away from caffeine. Caffeine is a mask. Masks shit. It fogs your nervous system. It makes you feel alright when you're not. I want to feel what the body's trying to tell me. You know, if it's tired, let's go to bed. But you start adding some of these agents in, and all of a sudden the water's murky. So there's a lot of that stuff. Occasionally I'll have like chamomile tea, like that's like a traditional Yugoslav thing, or kamilica, you know, that kind of stuff. But anything caffeine, I stay away from that. That's just generally me. Like I don't want anything in the system. But that's I don't know. Like I always thought I would be drinking a lot of caffeine because of shift work and whatever. And so when I first started nursing, I was like, damn. Some of these nurses I work with, fucking, they bring like a jug like that, and every time they get to the nurses station, they have a sip, And I saw that, I was like, damn, is that what this career is about? Do I really need to be like a drug addict to make it to this career? And after first few years was tough. Maybe had a coffee here and there, nothing regular. But then eventually you kind of just you learn how to work around shift work. Have a nap here, have a nap there, and also being fit. Being generally more fitter, it makes you easier to go to work, right? Like, fit people can last longer, right? And so shift work it's not as hard for me as somebody that is 150 kilos overweight. So somebody like that, they're dragging themselves up and down the corridors, through the rooms. It's hard work for them, man. They're unfit, the lungs are shit, heart's shit, they got extra weight, everything's fucking weighing them down. So they need, some reason I just thought about stim pack. If you guys played StarCraft, those guys need stim pack for the Marines. Like, they need artificial, can't believe I thought of that. In my brain sometimes. But yeah. Oh man, I can't wait for that as well. Man, if I can hit 200 front squat, I'm in heaven. Oh, it's my shoulder, man, fuck. My shoulder's now uncomfortable when I do this. No vitamins, no supplements, none of that. For the most part, I think it's all a scam. It's all rubbish. How did my grandparents make it through life? Ask yourself this. How did my grandma make it to 87 without any glucosamine, without any magnesium, without any calcium, vitamin D3, without any of these supplements? God damn it, how did she make it to 87? Or my grandpa, my mom and dad, how are they living without vitamins, man? How are they doing it? I want to know. Like, how did generations upon generations upon generations, billions of people are in the soil already passed away? How did they make it? God damn it, I want some answers. For my generation, whoa. If you want to live in the 21st century, you must have vitamin C and magnesium and glucosamine. Without that, it's not optimal. People buy this shit, man. Oh, dude, I've got a supplement, man. Listen, dude, it's like only $40 a bottle, and there's like 10 pills in there. I swear to God, man, like you're superhuman once you pop those pills. And the funniest thing is, like, our generation, right? Like, we're so hard. Oh fuck, I did 5 sets of 5 at 85%, dude. I'm fucking tough. That is like embarrassing. Stop and listen and try and hear the thoughts and the life of your ancestors. My grandpa, working 16 hours on the field, on the farm, nothing, one meal, working like an animal, and you're proud of your 5 sets of 5 that took you 40 minutes? Come on, man. Oh, you need vitamin C, dude. You need vitamin C, bro. Like, You can't do 5 sets of 5 without vitamin C and glucosamine and all this other shit. It is embarrassing. Like if my grandpa was here, you know, God rest his soul, if he was here, and I would not have the gall to sit here and tell him, you know, Grandpa, listen, man, like you can't work out, you can't be physically active without protein powder. Like creatine, that's a fucking must, man. Like, what are you talking about? Embarrassing. It is an embarrassing thought. It is an embarrassing thing that I'm saying right now, because when I'm thinking about their presence and how they lived, what sort of hard work they lived, you know. Don't even get me started in the supplement industry. It is a poison. It is a scam. It is a money a drilling experiment. And if you spend money on that, this is my honest opinion, and it is my role to be honest with you, you are being scammed out of your dollar. But if you have some sort of placebo effect with this stuff, you go ahead, man, you do that. But I guarantee you none of your ancestors ever had any of this shit. And they were fine. They were absolutely fine, dude. And this is how I think about it. I don't need anything, mate. My grandpa didn't have anything. His grandpa didn't have anything. You know, you'll be fine. Think about this more. Instead of Googling what the next supplement from the next freaking YouTuber is, there. Pick that up. Go up and down for 10 sets of 3. Think about that more often. Keep doing that more and 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 more. That is more productive time of your energy and your being than thinking about which supplement to pop and what sort of protein powder and how many grams of protein you need, and you know how much sunlight you need, and how many hours of sleep you need, and what light should be shining in the room while you sleep. What is the optimal temperature of the room? Ugh. Have I ever been drunk? Yeah, man. Many times. Last time I got drunk was on the day of the birth of my child, my first one, my son. That was 7 years ago, almost 7 years ago. And then after that, you know, you drink alcohol, whatever, you know, for pleasure, but you know, being hungover is a tough existence. You get nothing done. And especially if you got little ones and you got to take care of them, that's the last thing in your mind. I never said anything about True Natty, dude. And this accusation of elitist mentality and what are the other guys that call me? Black pill or some shit, like all this terminology, man, like whatever, man, like you, my role is to be honest towards you. If your opinion of me is that I am an elitist or I'm a black pillar or whatever, that's fine. Like, you know, my role is to share my opinion with you and you take that information however you want. If you think I'm an elitist, if you think I am bad or whatever, that's fine, dude. Whatever. This is how the world works, man. We're just little atoms bouncing around, and you're going to find affinity with everyone you want. If you want somebody that is telling you caffeine is the best, creatine is the best, supplements the best, I bet you're probably going to gravitate towards somebody of that type of mindset. What I'm telling you is not that I am more superior than everybody that's taking supplements. I am telling you what my opinion is. Now, what you want to do with that opinion is entirely up to you. You can call me whatever you want. I never called you any names. I never accused you of anything. So if you want to, you know, say I'm an elitist or a black pillar or a doomer or whatever the hell else is going on, I never said anything about a fake natty. That's your mind, you know, coming up with those decisions. The question was, do I take this? And I told you I don't, and I told you why I don't. And it was an honest opinion. I think you would agree. So if somebody gives you an honest opinion and then you come back at them saying you're an idiot, then why ask the question anyway? If you want, positive confirmation of your opinions, go find somewhere where you're gonna get somebody that agrees with you. This is a constructive communication, constructive discussion. If you're offended by my elitist mentality, then you don't have to stick around, dude. No one's forcing you. There's no gun to your head. But calling me an elitist because I am a anti-pillar, anti-powder, anti all of that, then whatever, dude. Like, we don't need to get into discussions about who's right, who's wrong. I'm telling you how I look at the life and how I think the landscape around us is. I'm telling you that all of this, in my opinion, is a scam. You're telling me it's not a scam. Caffeine is fantastic. It's great. Well, that's fine, dude. You do you. But I never said I was a fake natty. I never, accused you of anything. I'm telling you what I think, man. But I get a lot of these guys, who see my opinion, see my videos, and they think, oh, this is a great time to attack. You don't have to attack, dude. You can take your opinion and go somewhere else. And that's it. Like, we don't have to get into discussions about fake natty or whatever. Like, if you think I'm a fake natty, man, like, and you're wasting your energy thinking that I'm a fake natty, or whatever. Elitist mentality. What is an elitist mentality? Yeah, let me ask you that. What defines an elitist mentality? Tell me that. I love how there's all these cute little terms about different things in pop culture, like elitist mentality. What is an elitist mentality? Here, let's discuss that. It might be a misunderstanding, dude, but when people throw terms at me like black pill or elitist mentality or whatever, every time I say something, it's like, oh, you're a doomer. I'm not a doomer, mate. Like, if you think training every single day really, really hard is a doomer, I don't know what else to say to you. If you think I've ever portrayed anything that I'm more elite than you, I don't know what the hell you're listening to, man. But certainly isn't me, man. At least that's what I think. Oh, okay. So I mean, I did not see that. It's obviously I can't catch every single comment. No, the whole true natty bullshit, like whatever, man. I don't care about that. It's even this chat about natty, what natty is, man. Oh goodness. Honestly, man, I couldn't care less, dude. I honestly don't care what natty is, man. We all know what natty is and what natty isn't. If you want to justify your steroid use or your SARMs use by saying that me taking caffeine or me drinking water is not natty, I don't know what to say to you, dude. If that comforts you, man, I don't know. I mean, I'm not saying that you are, a steroid user, but this is where I feel like this conversation arises from. The guy that's freaking pissing out Trent, he'll say to you, but you're not natty either. All right, bro. Like whatever comforts you, man. You have fun with your deranged liver function test. Have fun with your increased cancer risk. Have fun with all that. But this is where this conversation arises. Like, oh, you breathe oxygen. You're not natural. I don't know, man. Oh man. Exactly, Brendan. It's just a way of the people that are using the real shit, trying to make us feel like whatever. Exactly. Where's the line? But this is where it gets really You know, this reminds me of the whole gender equality bullshit that's happening right in the world. You know, what's a female? What's a male? Fuck me, man. What's a natural? What's a fake natty? I identify as a natural, therefore I am. Oh god, I love this shit, man. It's good stuff. That's the kind of conversation that people are trying to get into. You know, but I don't know, man. The world's gone mad. It's gone mad, and that's the way it is. And there's no point arguing. There's no point arguing about any of these things. Like, I'm so sick and tired of like that far left shit. Of like people like questioning freaking the ground we walk on, man. Like, you know. Yeah, there you go. Oh, I bet Michael Train identifies as a natty. Yeah, man. Well, if you want to talk about elitist mentality, what about that, man? That guy is on the shit. You can see it. You know, and he's identifying as a natural. What's worse, a smoker or an alcoholic? I think smoker, because purely like when you're like the risk factors for cardiovascular disease, the thing that has the most amount of weight in terms of risk is smoking. Like that's something like 12 times increase the risk for a chance of a heart attack. That's one spot. Like I think it's 12 times. And the next thing is I think is alcohol or something. I think alcohol is second risk factor. I could be wrong about this, but anyway, it's like smoking is by far increases the chance of a heart attack. Like, you know, like I said, 12 times number one, and then the second one is like 4 times. So it's like huge leap between 1 and 2 on the ladder for risk factors. So smoking is the worst. But obviously alcohol is not good either, man. It's far from good. I mean, in moderation, obviously, it's okay, but when the abuse comes in, it's real bad. It's like anything, right? It's like anything. Be the best smoker you can be. That's it, man. Oh man, I think that's 6. Lost track again. All right, 6. Ah, dear God. Caleb, yeah, man. My ankle mobility is a lot better, dude. A lot better. I mean, I don't even know how it feels now to go back to normal shoes. I feel like my whole foot is stronger. I'm basically at the ankle mobility now that I was with the slight elevation. You know, it's good. Like, the ankle's not a factor anymore. Not a factor at all. Without a doubt, Miz. Without a doubt. The best thing for upper back I've ever found was the front rack. Without a doubt. Oh man. I feel like my traps have grown, upper back, thickness, all that. Just simply holding a 180 kilo front squat, it's impossible to hold it there without engaging the thoracics. No, I've never used a belt before, man. I don't own one. Maybe one day I'll get one, but I don't know. But I don't think it's gonna change anything day one. Like, you have to get used to it. So it's like I can't be bothered doing that for like a month. I can't be screwed. Like, it's just not something that's fun. It's like asking me to low bar squat. Like, if it was the case of like you put the thing on and straight away like you got whatever the gains are, then I might try it, but I can't be screwed freaking putting a belt on every freaking lift for a month to get used to it. Can't be bothered doing that, and that's why I never did it. Like, I'm not crazy. I started using a belt when I reached 350 zone in squats. Well, I've never tweaked my back, man. I think you'll be fine. It's just make sure like you're pushing too hard and you're not rounding too much and all that stuff. I'm from Adelaide, man. Adelaide boy. Well, that's 8. 2 more. Yeah, I know. Yeah, the walkouts are great. The whole choking thing will get better, man. Just gotta give it time, man. It's like anything. If 12-year-old girls can front squat 140 kilos, I'm sure you're gonna be fine as well. That's what I thought about myself. When I was learning the hook grip, I'm there looking at a freaking 14-year-old girl hook gripping. So all your thoughts about long fingers, short fingers, my hands are shit, blah, 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 screw that. There are 12-year-old girls out there who are hook gripping like bosses. Do it. I refuse to accept that there's a 14-year-old girl out there who's tougher than me. I refuse to think that. So learn the hook grip, and even if you pull the damn thumb off, you won't. Because once again, the 14-year-old girl hasn't pulled her thumb off. So do that and learn how to front squat, no excuses. What is my favorite Olympic weight? Who is your favorite Olympic weightlifting? Weightlifter? Oh, my first kind of like, wow, that's cool guy was Clocko. When I saw that, I was like, man, this guy, man, how impressive an athlete is he. So I probably have to say Clocko. But whatever. I'm not really, I don't have affinity to anyone because they're not like me, right? They're simply not like me. A few years back, Clocko got, I think it was Clocko, he got done for drugs on one of the Olympics and he got his medal removed or something, whatever. Everyone's on it, man. And so, like, when I was younger, I used to be like, oh, fuck, how sick is that guy? Oh, whatever, man. I don't know. It comes with age, I think. You stop to kind of like, you don't idolize anyone, especially at that level, because it doesn't do you any good. So I don't know. You know, I watch them lift or whatever. Hey Chris, how are you, dude? You watch them and you're like, oh, that's cool, that's fantastic, and then you kind of move on. Like, you don't go like, oh, I want to do it exactly like him. No, I don't do that anymore. Maybe that's for like younger people, but I think as you age, you're like, I don't know. You don't idolize anyone, especially like when you learn like the true thing behind the story. Like, you know, the guy's using drugs for like 20 years, and I'm trying to emulate him without the drugs. And then I get sad about not having the progress that he did. And then you're like, oh, I'm shit, I'm gonna stop training altogether. and then you kind of like sit back and you think to yourself, you know what, fuck that guy. Fuck that guy for making me believe that I can do this. And that's how I think about these things. Fuck Arnold Schwarzenegger, fuck Ronnie Coleman, fuck Phil Heath, Jay Cutler, like all these guys that were kind of like in my mind, in my face back when I was like 15 to 20 and all that, and I thought, fuck The Rock, fuck Stone Cold Steve Austin, fuck all these guys basically. Because at the time I thought to myself, no, the haters are hating, accusing them of drugs. Because they basically, had this huge lie, and they were saying that they were natty, and all the guys out there are trying to emulate something that is physically impossible, and everyone's out there freaking depressed about being suboptimal and shit, genes. Fuck you, mum and dad. Look how shit I am. All that stuff. It's all negative. It's like something that should have been positive has turned into a negative because the drugs, and that's kind of sport. And I think as we move forward, more and more people are going to get turned off by sport, unfortunately, especially like elite sport, especially strength sports. It's just, as science evolves, it's going to get harder and harder to catch this shit because, the compound evolution is increasing so quickly, and the essays to find the compounds are doing this. So, there's like a divergence. So, if Glockov's doing it, you can bet your bottom dollar Jordan did it, LeBron did it, probably Kobe did it, all of your favorite guys probably did it. Okay, not all of them did trend, but there are compounds out there who are basically giving you an unfair advantage. And if you're doing that to beat me, fuck you, basically. Thanks, Chris. Any books? I don't have time to read anything, man. Life is in the fast lane right now. Work, family, kids, YouTube, training, my life. The extra time that I have available, it's catching up with mates, and that's basically it. So, I don't have time to sit down and read anymore, man. When I have like free time, I chill out with my boy, we play games, video games, we read books, we color in, that's what I do. It's a completely different life now. No pick-up basketball. Nah, man. The only exercise that I do is what you guys see. That's I don't have time. There you go, yeah. Kids' books, count. Yeah. Alrighty. Alright, boys, that's me for another day. Gotta get ready, go to work, watch some NBA, and chill out a little bit and go to work, man. Appreciate you guys for stopping by. Thank you for all the thoughts and conversations. It's always a pleasure to have you guys with me while I train. Makes training cool. So appreciate all of you guys, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out, everyone. Have a good day.